Noon, Kevin. So I'm going to start out presenting each course to you. We got course 1 and 2 set up and how the whole thing is going to function, okay? So we're going to start with course 1. This is for the 8 to 10-year-olds, all right? So the way it's going to work is they're going to start on top of this parkour box over here, and I'm going to actually have this rope connected in here. So they're supposed to actually start with a rope swing, and as they swing, they got to swing all the way up to that ring right there. And that ring is probably maybe like 9 feet high. You know, we've had kids in the past get that super simple. And then from there, they got to continue across one of these pendulums here, grab the 3-ball onto another pendulum, then onto the cone, and then set themselves down right here on this little red platform. And then from there onto obstacle number 2, still on course 1. They have to go across the balance tank, no hands, obviously, all feet, and transition all the way across. Good. And then set themselves down. They could touch the wood or land on the ground over here. Then they're going to go on to number 3, which is our wonderful dancing stones. They get right up on top of the parkour box and transition across all these stones. You know, some of them actually do move, so they're pretty tricky, so speed is the friend. And good. Once they hit this and grab control, they've just completed obstacle number 3. Then they're going to go on to 4, where they got to jump and transition onto this cone right here. And it's fairly close. You know, you are going to have to jump and take that little leap and transition onto a ring. Good. And onto another ring. And finally, a ladder that's at an incline, all right? So as they actually go up this and transition, they'll then need to touch down onto a platform here. Then after they touch down the platform, they show control. They got to go all the way back to our regulation line right here, which is about 15 feet away, and conquer the warped wall. Now their spot, as you can see, we got the hole there, we got the nose there, and then all the way to the top. All they got to do is grab that 11-foot hole, and that's going to actually complete the first course right there. So we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 obstacles. I would say this is more of like a speed run here. All right, course number 2. And I will have a rope dividing off the 2 sides, so people will actually respect the, each different side. Now they have to start in this red platform, this red mat, and they can't actually go, step off, obviously, in the water. And this obstacle here, I like to call the side effect. We got the typical quad steps. We also got Sonic Curb, but I have to kind of throw them off a little bit. So there's a multitude of ways of just getting across this guy. Travel across, and use your hands or feet. Then right here on top of the platform, that's obstacle number 1. Obstacle number 2, they have to do a precision jump or just simply leap across from one box onto the next. They do that, they're on to number 2. Actually, now they're on to number 3, where they have to jump. Now, I'll leave this up to you. We got a lot of kids that can actually jump. They got pretty powerful grip strength here, but I want to make it fair for everybody. Or I can actually find a way to connect the rope to the box to where they can transition where we don't have to constantly hand it to them. Go from the rope onto a ring. And then we got a little mini cannonball alley set up over here. We got one small 3-ball and another small 3-ball. I might actually change that out to a little bit bigger so it advances in size through time, and then onto a much bigger one. Now, this isn't your typical atomic ball. It's kind of slippery. It's something I converted from a bowling ball many years ago. So there is grip tape on top, so it makes it challenging, but it's definitely a challenge. And then they set themselves down here right on the opposite side of that of this cushion right here. And then to make it super fun, we got our wonderful little mini hang climb here. But it's not really that mini. It's definitely challenging. And this is where they're going to really challenge their grip strength, because this whole obstacle, this whole course is more for grip strength challenge. So they're going to go all transition all the way up here, and then onto our mini cliffhanger. All right, so I'm going to kind of make it an option, because as you can see, this is pretty close to the wall. They can actually put their feet up on here, just not up on the ledge there, and then travel all the way across. So this is a constant grip challenge, and then set themselves down on the platform. Good. And finally, on to obstacle number 5. This is what I call the tilting log. So it's basically a pipe. We set it on. As you can see, it moves back and forth. This is something I designed many years ago, sincerely, from the United States Navy SEALs. They got a whole row full of these things you got to cross with speed and precision. So you get across this, you have to plant yourself down and show control within the box. And finally, on to 7, a much larger balance tank, transition all the way across, touch down, booyah, the time stops. And that's going to conclude the 8 to 10-year-old obstacle number, the 6 obstacles, course number 2.